Welcome to another edition of the Fatu Network News Review. Today, Thursday, 6th December 2018. I am Omar Wali. We had an interview with the former administrative secretary of the former ruling APRC party, Bakso Jaite Bakari M.A. Jaite, famously known as General Bakso, as the reasons why he resigned from the APRC party or his positions as an administrative secretary and executive member and a signatory to the APRC account. But before all that, I will start with the papers and Sidin Jai blasts GDC over Barrow's comment. The former information minister and a one-time member of parliament was in our studios yesterday. And a Standard also published a story and a press release he issued, and they said the Sidin Jai, the former APRC spokesperson and one-time information minister, has described the statement from the opposition GDC criticizing President Adama Barrow's recent remarks as erroneous, fallacious, and deceptive. In a write-up shared with the Standard newspaper, Njai said the GDC's statement or reaction is nothing but a deliberate misinterpretation of facts calculated to mislead Gambians and the plan to seed and to plant a seed of discord between Gambians and the presidency. And man drags lottery company to police over 280,000 jackpot. That is the management of a lottery company named held were on Monday night dragged to a police station to answer a complaint from a customer who alleged they refused to pay him jackpot over $285,000. The complainant, one Dembo Sanyang from Bakau, claimed he was sole winner of a jackpot, but the lottery company would not pay him, arguing that he was not the only winner, meaning that the money has to be split between him and other winners. And Sanyang environmentalists opposed the resumption of the fisheries fish meal factory. The Nasmil Fish Mill Factory, which was temporarily closed down by the government in June for operating without a treatment plan, are set to resume operation after fulfilling requirements. And this was revealed during a meeting between the National Environment Agency, the NEA, the Sanyang environmentalists, the Alcalo VDC, and other stakeholders. And according to the Standard, during the meeting, the NEA informed the audience that the factory has now met requirements to operate and will soon commence work under the treatment plan and recommends the erection of disposal pipe over 300 meters into the Atlantic Ocean. And the TRRC to start hearings on January 7, 2019, that is the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission, which was set up to look into past human rights violations in the former regime, will commence hearing on the 7th of January 2019. And Japan donated 336,000 bags of rice. That is the State House Banjul, a press release from there that the Office of the President wished to inform the public that the government of Japan has donated more than 136,000 bags of rice to the Republic of the Gambia. The ship carrying the rice has already docked at the Banjul port. And a witness to lead court to identify Solo Sanding's body at the mortuary. The Superintendent Thomas Gomez, prosecution witness 2025, will on Monday lead a high court to Banjul mortuary to identify the body of late Ibrahim Solo Sanding, as well as the gloves, clothes, and mattresses recovered during their investigation. This development came when Yasin Senghor, a prosecutor in the trial of Yankuba Baji and 6 others, who were employees of the National Intelligence Agency, made an application for the court to visit the mortuary for the witness to identify the body and the items recovered at the NIA annex in Tanje. That's on the Standard. The Point also is reporting that court to visit mortuary to identify Solo Sanding remains the similar story, and the police intervened in 285,000 jackpot scam, as in the Standard newspaper, that the police at Hanover Police Station of Babun Fati Johnson have intervened to ensure that justice is done after one Dembo Sanyang was initially denied payment of 285,000 by the management of GM Lottery Company. The Point is also reporting that religious affairs portfolio transferred to the Lands Ministry, that the portfolio of Religious Affairs under the Office of the President has been transferred to the Minister of Land, Religious Affairs with immediate effect from 27 November 2018, according to a news release from the Office of the President. And on the Foraya newspaper, Foraya also is reporting the transfer of Religious Affairs portfolio and similar stories. And on the Voice newspaper, and, the Global Forum debates Yahya Jammeh's trial in The Hague. That is, the participants drawn from various human rights organizations across the world are currently discussing and brainstorming on modalities of bringing former Gambian dictator Yahya Jammeh to the justice. And they're also reporting about Sirin Jai describing GDC statement as misinterpretation. On the Gambia Daily also is reporting that Minister Gomez embarks on a tour of projects and facilities. That is, the Minister of Fisheries, Water Resources and National Assembly Matters, James Gomez, is currently on a 6-day nationwide tour to get first-hand information on fisheries projects and water supply facilities in communities within the view of planning for a future expansion. And that's all we have for you on the papers. I will now turn to the interview we had with the Bakari M.A. Jaide, the Allies General Bakso, who on Tuesday resigned as an administrative secretary and a signatory to the APRC account and a senior executive member of the APRC party. He's insisted that he's still a member of the party, but he abdicated those positions. We had an interview with him. Let's take a listen to General Bakso. Ago, and there were rumors that he has plans to join other political parties, but a few hours later he released an audio saying that he's still APRC. So we want to know, why did he resign from that position but want to remain in that party? General Bakso, thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you, Omar Wali. I'm very much happy and I'm impressed for you to travel all the way to find me in my small hot Bantaba called Field Marshal General Bakso's Bantaba. So I'm very much happy.
What happened? We understand that you resigned from APRC. Why did you resign from that position?
For me, personally, I don't resign as far as APRC is concerned. I am APRC 1 billion times 1 billion, APRC. Based on 2 days back, I happened to tender my resignation on 3 positions. The signatory to the account of APRC, the senior administrative secretary of the APRC, and also the national executive member of the APRC. That's what I tendered my resignation. But I am APRC because I'm the founding member of the APRC. I'm with these people since National Consultative Committee, asking people for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. And I am part and parcel of who forming July 22nd. I'm also part and parcel to be facilitators of the civics education, facilitators around the corner of the country for people to tell the juntas about how many years are they going to stay.
But you abdicated, one can say, 3 positions. Is that not running away from responsibility?
No, doesn't mean that it's run away responsibility. I think what Gambian needs to know, at times, internally, it might have a problem. Internal problem can occur, and that can frustrate you for you to tender. But it's possible if the internal thing is solved, Bakso might come back to all these positions.
What is the problem in APRC that led you to resign from those executive positions?
No, right now, there is not a problem as far as national executive is concerned, but personal problems. That's emanate. Because for me, my principle to be in the APRC is that our people have been supporting us for almost 22 years. They are with us all the way. Today, it cannot be hot. We turned our back to them and leave them in desperate. So this is why I am in there. But why I resign, my focus is we are not handling the party for maybe personal line. We are handling the party for the APRC to come back to power. If we are not a king, we'll be a kingmaker. That's why I am in. But I don't want any elapses in anybody's position. If I have seen that traumatize me, for me to tender my resignation, what it can be, revisit again.
But Baxter, you know that if Jammeh was here, you will not resign. People said because APRC is bankrupt, that's why bankrupting, that's why you are running away. There is no money. Why are you doing this to APRC?
Okay. Thank you very much, Omar Wali. I can swear, for me personally, money is not my problem. My living condition is more better today than even when Jammeh is here. Anybody can attest to that. My vehicles, since Jammeh left, my vehicle was his from me.
Who seized the vehicle?
Adama Barrow and his government.
Why did he seize that vehicle from you?
Maybe they have the power. That's why they seized the vehicle from me.
Was it given to you by a former president, or you bought it from whatever you call
No,
it?
it's the APRC secretariat vehicle. 22 years. Can you tell the Gambian people the APRC cannot have even a bicycle?
So you
When
mean
the coalition government came, within 6 months, we have seen coalition vehicles, fleet of pickups flying over everywhere. So that's why we are saying it's a power exercise on us.
your government also exercised similar powers on people when they took over in 1994? People's properties were seized and compounds and so on. So it's like you are bearing the brunt of what happened to you, what you did to people in 1994 when you came to power newly.
Omar Wale, you are not fair with our government. I am telling you, this is why I said, journalists, you people are not fair with APRC.
Really?
Yeah, of course. I've seen so-called human rights are here. You have seen a lot of things happen to APRC. Neither any journalist stood up and defended. But when they touch Ismaila Ceesay, I've seen a lot of journalists, every civil society, they all get up and make it free. But when Fabakar and Sidinga and others were arrested, I don't see anybody who come out plainly as journalists to make sure they follow the cases up to the last ladder. You are saying when Yahya Jammeh came, he took over people's property and so forth. Yahya Jammeh didn't take a dime from anybody. When he formed a commission of inquiries, that inquiry's report has been come. Ask anybody. At times, the properties which people seen, it is not by from government. It's from maybe banks and so forth. They are the guarantors. They don't pay. They want to buy the Gambia government guaranteed and put them at the AMRC package for the Gambia government to benefit from. But they never forfeit a dime and buy that properties to anybody. I have seen, yes, at times people are not, at times people, we are human. We can have mistakes here and there. We all know. But I can tell you, 95% of Yahya Jammeh's good deed, 95% are all good deed. Only 5 we people can call it as a bad deed, as far as I'm concerned.
What are those 5 bad deeds?
Yeah, maybe people might say that he is arresting people.
Maybe.
Yeah. No, people are saying President Jammeh is arresting people.
President Jammeh arrested people.
That's what the Gambian common, that's what this government is advocating. Whilst I say no to that. If at all is the President Jammeh is arresting, today I've seen similar cases whereby even President Barrow is not aware of it. But they are arresting people and President Barrow is not aware. Those type of arrests have been labeled to Yahya Jammeh that he is arresting people. Maybe people can call those things as a bad line of Yahya Jammeh. But for me, Billahi Wallah, I'm in the system and I'm talking with Yahya Jammeh. Anybody knows that. If you are a reality man, you can go with Yahya Jammeh for 100 years. That's why. Ask the former Secretary General and any of closest for Yahya Jammeh. They will tell you, Yahya Jammeh is a rightful man. Personally, me, anytime I meet with Yahya Jammeh, at times we have a problem. But based on that, he knows that I am a reality man. I always tell the real, and I stood by that reality.
So you are saying the things that happened on the arrest, the disappearance, the torture, Jammeh did not orchestrate those ones?
Yes, at times people might say that the disappearance, the arrest. But I know this government has proved to the Gambian people any attack in this country, they are held behind it. Because I can tell you one. If you tell me TRRC is coming up, you tell me Barrow, Mr. Barrow, who make a coup d'etat and run to America and come back and to be with that thing, this shows us anything particular about coup d'etat, maybe this government is behind it.
So when you say Barrow, you are referring to Alhaji Barrow, who was part of December 30th. They came and they could not succeed, and has been appointed as one of the units in the TRRC.
Yeah, this proof to return. And those born our bureau. And according to one of a speaker, I don't know whether, one of a politician speaker, he said that those people, when they run in Dakar, there are people calling him there for him to provide them a shelter. It means that as far as I am concerned, I know most of these things are cooked by the former opposition to make rid of Jammeh. And Jammeh's intelligence are so fast-tracked and they are very level-headed. When they are aware of anything, they make a stop to it. I didn't say that whether this disappearance emanated, but most of this coup d'etat, I mean the attacks which are leveled, these commissions and this appointment source us none. They as opposition, the former opposition are supporting, are behind all these things as far as I'm concerned.
But why are you worried about coup d'etat when Jammeh himself came to power through a coup d'etat?
Yes, it's true. Jammeh, at the time, Gambians asked for it. Because when Jammeh is coup d'etat, Jammeh has counter coup, not Jammeh coup d'etat.
Okay, who did the coup?
We are aware. These PPP people, at that time there are three factions. Sehu Sabal faction, Bibi Dabo faction, and Jawara faction. And we are aware, according to at that time we are a small kid, we are aware this coup d'etat is cooked at Nigeria, when President is the IG. Maybe for Jammeh, being smarter, he might counter and salvage the Gambian people. This is why he get to that coup d'etat. But it's not his intention. Because if anybody knows Jammeh, he's a disciplinary. Yeah.
Now, you know it was not his intention. You talk about the factions at the time. But Bakso, if Jammeh was trying to salvage the country, as you put it, he could have only served the transitional period and hand over power to a civilian government.
You know why I'm very much happy and support Jammeh? Jammeh took over the country by coup. But he said, I'm not going to stay as far as the presidency is concerned. I have to set up a committee, let them go around to the country and ask them, Jammeh has to stay for 1 year or 2 years or 1 day or 1 week or so before I get to the State House.
But that was a plan or propaganda by Jammeh. Jammeh, that was cooked, everything cooked by Jammeh.
Not a propaganda. We have asked Gambian people. Majority of the Gambian people are saying 2 years. And Jammeh stood to that. And everybody is aware. Jammeh stood to that. All his transitional programs meant only for 2 years.
Bakso, you joined APRC because you didn't have position in PPP government. That's why you are angry with Jawara. That's all.
No, I am not angry with Jawara because my father was the chairman of Jawara. Alhaji Chaku Jete. Every Gambian knows about it in Badibu. He's one of chairman of PPP. But I have seen PPP at the time. People are saying Jammeh is torturing people, arresting Billahi Wallahi Tala for my eye. Everybody in Badibu knows me. PPP time, people normally do not vote. They are at the booth there because of the torture. At times they might jump in whenever they say this is NCP camp. They attack them. Everybody is aware of it. You cannot put the blame onto Jammeh alone. Put the blame on Jawara again. And back to this regime again.
Bakso, You said your father was the chairman for PPP.
Yes.
You were not given a position in the government, but you did not have qualification for you to be appointed or employed at the time.
No, I didn't say that I'm not given a position. I never.
But okay, did you possess any qualification to be in that?
I never. At that time, I was in school.
Okay, when you graduated, did you possess the did you have a qualification?
Of course, I have almost 4 credit, 3 passes in school.
Did you apply for job?
Yes, I have applied. The minister of then information, Dr. Lamin Keba Sao, is my father candidate. When I applied, he refused to give me job. At the contrary, he went to my father and said that I give a job to Bakari. He said that if I didn't give him a rider also, he cannot take the job. Why it's not happening? He just want to have an escape board. I went and attacked him at the office. Then there's one security, Momodu Kale. He's aware of it. I tell him, if you cannot support me, help me, just don't go and lie to my father that I don't want. My father called me, he said, no, you don't. Everybody know at that time I cannot ride a rider.
Now, Bakso, you said, I've been very unfair to APRC, your party. But I would also say we have been very unfair to journalists because when Fabakari was arrested, I was at the police headquarters. I reported this thing for both local and international media. When Sidinjai was called for questioning, I was there, I published things online, and I reported both local and international. Where are you following the developments or news at the time?
Yeah, you know, at times social media, I might follow it. At times, maybe I might listen to radios and so forth. At times, I don't listen most because in my personal view, at that time, I don't want to hear about Fatu Network.
Why?
Because Fatu Network is the pioneer of all what is going on, including Omar Wale and Fat Kamara.
Yeah, because your government was doing dubious things and there was need to be for people to know what was happening there at the time. The tortures, the killings, the incarcerations, you name them.
Omar Wali, I can tell you, as I am hearing, this victim center,
Yes.
I've heard a lot of people complaining, telling me now they are saying 1,000 evidence, 1,000, is it 1,000 victim members and so forth. All are fabrication. I am telling you, just to tarnish the image of President Jammeh in the whole world. But for us, every day, you talk about bad for APRC, that day we have a plus of APRC again.
So, Bakso, between you and your God, you want to tell me you did not know anything bad happened in this country that left a bad taste in many mouths?
Yes, in our time.
So, but why are you...
Wait, Omar Wal, in our time, we had a lot of series of problems. If you, in our time, in a fight, you know Jammeh. Everybody has his bot. Sometimes in a fight occur in certain level which Jammeh himself is not aware. I've seen a scenario whereby somebody was picked and Jammeh is not aware. One day he is walking, he has saw the wife. He shake hand with the wife. The wife said, you see a long time I don't see you. The wife said, he said, where's your husband? He said, my husband, Ailane, you take him to my... He said, who, me? Yeah, that's fought. People are tampon each other like what? I am telling you, that forthwith, it has been released. I have seen a scenario which happened in Karawan, which Jammeh is not aware. I personally make that person to be available for him to know what is happening. I tell him that, bring somebody who can speak well in a meeting. I called Soko, I said that, put this man in the list. When the man spoke, Billahi wallahi ta'ala, the IG in the country here, call the particular man. The particular man said, don't call me. I've been reporting several times, you people told me. That day, Jammeh said before he left Swarakunda, all items and everything has to be brought back to the level of the... So there are certain things which people do it. On behalf, the president cannot know. The president is a small prisoner in his own country. Let's talk about it. Anywhere he want to sit down, they might tell him, don't sit down here or go and sit down here. So at times he might not know that. But people are leveling President Jammeh. But 95% of Gambian people are leveling President Jammeh. Is a good man in the country. People need it. He is helping poor people. He is helping and innocent people, even Omar Wali, he might say that he has sponsored his school.
No,
He can tell the people.
No, Jammeh never sponsored my school.
Jammeh never sponsored.
Jammeh-
Which school do you attend?
I attended Gambia High School
When do you leave school?
a few years ago, and
When do you leave school?
I've completed my
Tell me
university.
the reality, because people are watching.
Yeah, people are watching. I finished high school at 2008.
2008 in
Yes,
Gambia High School.
Gambia High School.
Then Gambia High School, at that time, you know, at that time, even to have a chalk there is a problem. And we make Gambia High School talk, make Gambia High School. Omar Wali, be fair with Gambia.
No, but-
And you are aware, when the Commission of Inquiry start, the first list which you had, you never had APRC militants in there, the sponsors, the scholarships, this thing. You never had. Tell me one of APRC who is in the forefront of the APRC. The son or the parents is there. All emanated as a Gambian. Jammeh said that I will support you no matter whether your father want to kill me or he didn't support me. But you have the qualification. They are poor. They cannot help you. I will try by all means to help. Tomorrow, even if you don't help me, you can be good in the Gambia.
Okay, so let me tell you, Jammeh never paid Butut to my school. And when I finished, no, listen to me. No, he didn't sponsor my school. My family paid. I'm a correspondent. I'm a correspondent for international media.
Yes.
That's where I get plenty of money to pay my even my university. So
But
it's
your
not
high
Jammeh.
school?
No, Jammeh did not pay my high school.
Well,
But it was just my. You mean I did not get scholarship from Jammeh? I did not get scholarship from a
But
university
you have
to
eat
pay.
Jammeh's money.
How would you? Why? How, when do you?
Yeah,
What do
we
you?
have been donating whenever Gambia High School is out. Jammeh is donating, and we provide school buses. At that time, you handle your care to go and attend high school.
I was the time I was going to school. That was nothing like that. That you carry chairs to school.
Omar Wali, tell the Gambian people the reality. This is why, for me personally, I don't want to talk to Jonathan.
Okay,
because
Bakso.
you people are not fair with the Gambian people.
Okay, Bakso,
When
I know
Jammeh took
what
it
you're
off.
talking about here. What you are saying, when Jammeh came to power,
Okay.
he at the time before people were carrying chairs to school, carrying chairs to school.
Today, have you seen?
Okay, listen. This was a country on transition. When Jawara took over this country, it was nothing absolutely. There was no central bank, there was no Gamtel, there was no military, and the list goes on. Jawara was a jumbo elephant. He put up all those things. Jammeh came and he took that from that another level from the country from one level to another.
From what level?
From that
At that time, how many percentage do you grade Jawar?
Jawara was a Democrat, more democratic than Jammeh.
I am not saying that. In terms of development, can you give credit to percentage to Jawara and in terms of development?
Well, I did not do surveys, so I will not know how many percent. But
You people are not fair with us. Because I am telling you, when Jammeh, let me tell you, when Jammeh is coming to this country here, PPP time, the body bunkers and others, ministers, they are telling us, Kerewan bridge cannot be built. Because it's many young, you cannot put anything there. Gino Lebeja and so forth. But today, Jammeh come up. When he stood firm, he looked at the river. He said, I'm going. He threw 4 of his gallon water, throw it in the water, look at it, and analyze it, and tell the Gambian people, I'm going to build this bridge. And he has done it. The road network from Bara to Pasamas, to Lamenkoto. The road from Bara to Mandina Ba, at that time they are horrible. We never asked Jammeh for a current system to be in Badibu. It has been happening. We never asked Jammeh for a big hospital in Farafenni. Jammeh has done it. Jammeh has done extreme mile.
Bakso, it is the responsibility of a government to provide, I'm telling you, it's a responsibility of a government like Jammeh, Jawara, and Barrow to provide goods and services. So if Jammeh did that, why are you blowing that out of proportion?
No, if Jammeh did, that's what, I want to show you the difference between this Barrow government and Yahya Jammeh government. Because for 2 years, we have been providing airport, brick, caravan, Farafenni hospital, road network, Combo Coastal Road, water project by Balasnedam to everywhere in the country. So this is why Banjul is not congested. Omar Wali, today, you know yourself. If you want fish, at times you get a car, within 1 hour you are in Katong. If you want to go anywhere. This Pasamars Road, before the morning get, 30 kilometers is completed, before the morning reach to the country. Today, Barrow is in that. He said that he put up that road. President Jammeh said that you can wake up 2 o'clock anywhere you want to reach, there's no stop. We can make you not to reach. That's the communication. The communication, if it is good, the economic good. And we have done that. If you go to Gamisara, you will see. If you go to the break, we have been elaborating. Today, Omar Wala, I can tell you, Billahi Wallahi Ta'ala, if we happen to be in this country today, by now, we have a new port in Kawuru. That port is going to be Malian port. We will have a road, the train railway. Yeah, for the containers of Malian. Today, by now, Omar Wali, this road, which they are talking about, like the two-way going to Sitting Corner, is our project.
Okay, you are saying, like it happened in East Africa, in Kenya, because we have a port city called Mombasa.
Thank you.
Other landlocked countries in East Africa, their containers will come, and for example, in Uganda, they will transport it out of there. So that's what they are explaining.
Yes, that's what is going to happen by now. But all has been trained. This road linking to Sitting Corner is all our project. And you look at Jaban Road, it's the first class road. And road linking to that Jaban Road all needs to be taken care of. It's all about the project. So Jammeh has a vision for the country, and he wants to develop the country as the shortest as possible time for you, Omar Wali, and your people to come back to Gambia.
But I've been here all along back, so I've never gone out of this country. I just did some few trainings and I came back. I was here all along with you.
But if you are all along with me, I have never seen Omar Wale, or you are hiding just to create a problem.
So I was the one who interviewed at your political bureau. Do you remember that? I came there with Mamadou Sabali. You remember that?
Oh, no, yes, I remember one time. Oh, yeah, I'm very sorry. But at that time, you are against her.
But I cannot, what do you mean against? I'm not here to support a political party.
No, Omar Wali, you are not supporting a political party, but I know your faith. I know Fat Kamara's faith. I've been talking to Fat Kamara several times. I know his faith. Today now, Fat Kamara has proven to the Gambian people his interest. Anywhere his interest is not there, he will never support that thing. So if you are supporting for Jammeh to go out, the present government, you need to support. But today he is the best against as far as this government is concerned.
Bakso, you know,
not based on reality.
Okay, you talked about your political parties. Your political party headquarters was burned down. What people say, that's where you kept your voters card. The party was issuing voters cards to foreigners, and that's where how to get rid of a dictator, and they burned down the headquarters.
Thank you. Billahi wallahi ta'ala, I swear, even a single voters card is not there. Omar Wali, tell me, if 300,000, what they assume is there, now that 300,000, how are we going to distribute for the people? Where are we going to distribute? Because if your head is not in the voters card, you cannot vote. And it's not, if it is not in the counter fuel, you cannot vote. How are we going to distribute those voters cards if we kept it? How are we going to distribute? Tell me.
So, Bakso, you want to tell me, foreigners were not coming to this country to vote?
That, if it is happening, it's not started by APRC since Jawara time now.
Do you have proof? Can you substantiate?
No, personally, I cannot have the proof because we are interacted. The person you call as a foreigner is more original than you in your own country.
How do you mean? How exactly?
Like today, my sister is in Casamas, the mother of this guy. He has born 6 children in Casamas.
Their father is a Senegalese.
Yeah, but the mother is a Gambian. That qualified them to be Gambian.
Oh, that's your interpretation.
No, I am telling you. So most of the people might think those are foreigners. They are more original than somebody who is talking about this man is a foreigner. I can tell you.
But Bakso, it seems like you want to abandon APRC. You want to betray APRC.
For me, the Gambian people, my blood is green. Ask Sabali, he know my blood is green. There's a condition.
What is the condition?
Which will make me to go to anywhere. The APRC, as a party, will tell me, let's go here, I follow them. But not me, tell APRC to follow me. APRC is supreme.
We have seen Sidinjai abandon. We've seen Emeba abdicate. We've seen other people go.
For Sidi is my child. Sidi, just now he start politics. And I am his man.
Okay.
I know Sidi Njai. Sidi, you know Sidi is young as Omar Wali.
Probably he's older than me, though.
Yeah, thank you. So at times, no, it is his own choice to decide. Because at times, yes, there are certain conditions we cannot put you where you are.
What are those conditions?
Like he said, he is related with Barrow, and the mother finding the day they are calling Sidi, the mother is calling Sidi for him to go with Barrow. I'm telling you, it takes a time, but at that time Sidi didn't know that. They are a relative. So relative, I am telling you, doesn't mean that it's a betrayal. For me personally, I don't see Sidi as a betrayal. Because when the time he left APRC, I never heard. But I had Emeba. Emeba, I know he never have a membership card. Emeba never attend one of a National Executive Committee meeting since he is APRC. Emeba, I've never had Emeba in any of a platform of APRC. And when he become a minister, automatically he's a National Executive member. But he never attend one of our meetings.
Okay, you talk about relationship, but Sidi Njai could have maintained his relationship with Barrow and be with APRC. You are APRC, or that you have relatives in the government, and why didn't he do the same thing? Is that a justification?
No, you know, you journalists, you want to put us in a dilemma. CD never betray, as far as I am concerned.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying, is it not normal for Sidi to continue his relationship with Barrow?
No, the relationship is continuing.
He should be maintaining the
But Barrow didn't have any party yet. And Sidi told you that he is with Barrow 100%. And that's it. It's a relative. Barrow didn't have any party yet. I don't know whether he is in a party, but as far as I am concerned, I know he's a coalition president. So Sidi say he is supporting Barrow. You people are timing Sidi, he has diverted his allegiance to a party. No.
So he's playing double standard.
Sidi never play a double standard as far as I know.
Okay, now tell me, we have seen what is happening now. Do you have any plans? Maybe your APRC will form a coalition with Barrow. Is that possible?
He forming a coalition with Barrow. Yes. There are certain layers which somebody need to complete that. If there is layers, you try and complete that. We might sit down and discuss with you.
Now,
several layers, I mean.
Okay, the several layers. Now,
first layers.
Yeah. Now, looking at the nature of the country now, but you people still want Jammeh to be the party leader. Does that make sense?
No, but definitely, Omar Wali, let's be realistic. I've seen people, I've seen a party whereby maybe their people has been killed in the Gambia, but they still maintain them as a party leader. Up till today, they are the party leader. So why people are questioning us for Jammeh to be why Jammeh should not be a party leader? Why?
Okay, now, being party leader, so is it going to be a presidential candidate for 2021? You know, there's a difference between a party leader and a flag bearer.
Yeah, for me, as far as the condition lay between Jammeh and the government of the day, signed before Jammeh left, if that condition met, and it's not a betrayal, Jammeh would have been, Jammeh, possible, he will be a flag bearer for APRC.
Is there any hope for APRC?
No, but don't make me cry. APRC, today, Billahi Wallah, I can tell you, is the most biggest party as far as I'm concerned. I can mobilize here just now before you leave. Yes. Before you leave, I can mobilize if you want to, more than 2,000 just now. Before you left, they will come. Because they are committed in the party. Most of the party, people assuming that they want to have an employment or a money from them. But for us, we never think about going out of APRC, because I know the APRC is the superpower of this country. Come another election.
But if you are the superpower...
I told the Gambian people, let them be mindful of APRC people, because we are coming. And we are coming with a big way. I am telling you that.
But Bakso, if what you are saying is the case, you just won only a few seats in the parliamentary election and only a handful in the local government.
Yeah, thanks. That question, I will not answer, but I know. But people who are going to answer before December ending, they will answer those coalition partners. I am telling you, you will see. I tell you, before January, the manner which the election come, it will not mention by APRC but coalition members.
We heard that APRC is bankrupt. That's why you decided to leave.
APRC bankrupt. You have seen Omar Wali, if you are bankrupt, how many rallies have you done here? Just see, if you are bankrupt, and any of our rally, we spend more than 500,000 or so.
So where is the money coming from?
You just ask the, you will never know. That's what your targets are, both the government and everybody. All the climates they want to control, whether the money is from here. The party militants are so committed in the APRs. Whatever we organize, the party militants provide whatever we need for us not to control the party. Billahi wala, they are very committed.
But we also heard that, you know, the split in APRC, you are part of another one camp. Why were you in the other camp and you are not in the other? You, instead of bringing people together, you decided to go Fabakari's camp.
Yes, you know, Omar Wali, you know, for me personally, I am Bakari gated. If you know any Bakari, if you don't have it, put it in your compound. I'm a realistic man. Even Jammeh knows that. I am always realistic. I don't see, even Fabakar at times asks anybody, I just tell him, Fabakar is committed. At the time Jammeh left here, we passed all the mantle to everybody is running away. Fabakar said that, I want to leave the politics, but we say, you cannot leave politics, we are going to put these things on your head. He said, Bakso, then you want to post this thing. So, if we are not going to betray each other, I will take. I said, yeah, let's post it. And we put heads together. Still now, Fabakar is handling the mantle, and he never betrayed the APRC.
Okay, but you will agree with me that Jammeh was meddling in APRC. You will appoint somebody today, and tomorrow you'll appoint another person as a party leader. You will condemn Jammeh for that. He did not do well with them.
Like what?
Of appointing Fabakar, removing Fabakar as the head, and putting Emeba as the head, and later removing that one. That's broad.
Yeah, that's why I told you. You have heard Jammeh's audio, which we regret not to be out, and it has viral. Just wait. You have heard it. He said that the guy is not talking to him. It's General Baji who he is talking to him. So maybe there is something somewhere. When he heard about it, within 24 hours, he said no to that. So I know for Jammeh, he will never betray us.
Do you speak to Jammeh?
For me personally, since he left, no.
But who released that audio?
At that time, maybe I don't know.
Back so somebody like you,
the audio can be released from another sources because we know. We are part of a government, 22 years. Yeah. At times, it can have a control mechanism in somewhere else, which they want to release for people to be aware. But we don't know. But particular for us, still now we are searching. We don't know who released.
Okay, Bakso, before I leave you, are your hands clean? I hope they will not call you at the CRRC.
Yeah, I will be very happy for us to call, for me to call at the CRRC. I am very clean as far as I am concerned. Very, very clean.
How many % will you give to Barrow 2 years into his presidency?
Yeah, for Barrow 2 years, I'm going to credit him for one thing.
What is that?
He's humble, he's tolerant, he respects the people.
Unlike someone? Unlike Jammeh?
No, Jammeh also, I am saying that. Barrow, Jammeh, you don't know. I went with Jammeh. Any day Jammeh left here for countrywide, I'm part and parcel of it since 22 years. I know Jammeh. Barrow, my message to Barrow is just few things. The audio releases of those soldiers. Barrow needs to look at that issue. Because they are a Gambian, they have no hand in Jammeh's issue, they are soldiers. Let people not use Barrow to make himself as a witch hunter. Because they are all his relatives. Second one, let him look at the issue of Fonyi. They are a Gambian, and people are using this Fonyi or Jola issue as they are not a citizen of this country. They are original citizens of this country. Let them not use ID card for political gain to stop Gambian origin, not to have the ID card. We are watching. Since President Jammeh left this country here, we have been tolerant. We have been respecting his government. We are following the rule of law. We are respecting all the arms of the government, but we are watching.
And if they push you to the wall, what will you do?
If they say peace, we are with them. But if they want to push us to the ladder, as APRC, we also saw our true color. And whilst we don't want it, because Barrow take it things easy by easy.
Okay, what is your color? Indigo, or what type of color are you going to show?
Our color is that if you push Omar Wali to the wall, beating him, he have nowhere to escape. Are you going to retaliate or you don't want to retaliate?
It depends on who the person is. If it is my mother pulling my ears, I will say, I will not retaliate.
Omar Wali, the president is everybody's president. You know APRC respect Barrow more than even those who support him at the time. Have you ever heard the National Executive Committee is bowing Barrow or insulting everywhere and so forth? If we want anything, we engage him. I respect him for that thing. And if Barrow, today, my word to Barrow, let people not use him to witch hunt. That is his future. We respect him. We respect him. But let him respect the APRC as a political party, APRC militants as a Gambian. Let him talk to immigration for people to provide ID card for the original Gambian. Not witch hunt, like for them to tally ID card. How many people is in Wolof or Manika or Jola also for them to know the voting pattern?
But Baxo, that was not the case. They are saying that there are people who are having Gambian documents and they are non-Gambians. So if somebody like, okay, it depends on, if somebody asks me, Omar Wali, who are your parents? And I realize that one of my parents, one of them, so I cannot substantiate or prove that my parents were Gambians and so on. So, and why are you bothered about this ID card issue? Why?
Yeah, because I have seen in their campaign trail, they say that if we sit, most of these people will go to their various countries. Which countries? I was born here. Omar Wali, if I ask you your father, you will know. But if I ask you your father's father, you will never know.
But I'm from a family where everything is documented. I'm from a chief. Wait. You know where I come from.
For me, today, if you ask me, maybe four of my father, my father's father, maybe I might not know.
I know mine because I'm from a chief.
You know.
I'm from a...
No, most of them don't know. I can say the Gambian, majority of the Gambian people said, but with descendant. And if you born here, you are a citizen. Omar Wali, today, our people left here and go to Germany, America, and so forth. Today, they have a citizen, right? I've seen ministers whereby a lot of businessmen now, if their wives be coming to deliver 1 week, they go and deliver. When they deliver, they become that citizen. Why Gambians are pushing each other at the wall? Because of the political interest. Why people are following people to come to their country. So these are the things. Omar Wali, let me tell you before releasing me, why I support Jammeh.
Tell me, please.
Why I support Jammeh. President Jammeh, since he took over in this mantle of the country, President Jammeh consult the Gambian people. Anything he is doing, billahi wallah. Most of them betray President Jammeh. Today, President Jammeh, in terms of youth development, President Jammeh make NYC to be vocal, to be dignified in the whole world.
But I hope you will not betray APRC when things become tougher and you cannot sustain.
For me personally, things cannot be tougher as far as I am concerned. You say you know your history. Ask people my history in Badibu. They will tell you. Thank you. For ya yellow ben. Mfama anim pipi yakela for last thought. Ye more long ya nyinka APRC. You tell him who is Baxo. He will say he is just righteous man. And today, yes, people might quote me. They say Barrow also. I have friends. I have relatives. I talk to everybody. I have no enemy. If you ask the former secretary, he will tell you, anytime problem occurred, I make things to happen for that problem to be died down. This is why. Yesterday, if you are here, you cannot have an interview. Billahi wallahi ta'ala. The place is jam-packed full.
But why did you do this? But why did you do that to APRC?
I know, that's internal matter. We are solving it.
But you did that and people said they were wailing, weeping and crying. Why don't
That's why I'm apologizing them. I told them.
But now, why not? When are you going back to that position?
With the position. Soon now or later.
Well, Bakso, I hope if money is pumped into that account, you will not go again and say you want to be a signatory to the account.
No, today. Don't worry. People want to know. We have money. I am telling you, come our Congress. If you attend, you will know that we have money. Honestly, there is money. It doesn't mean that there is no money. I'm not after money. Ask them. Yeah, you know why President Jammeh has the sincere and honest and dedicated and committed and sacrificed his life. Ask the former Secretary General, what time did he normally left at the office? 2 o'clock. And he attended office 6 o'clock, at times 3 o'clock. With all that, Jammeh is working. So Jammeh, yeah, if you go to agriculture today, you are aware, where are the tractors now? The poor people have been given. If Jammeh is a looter of a money, he would not give tractors to the farmers. He will use it for his personal. But you have seen how many tractors for the poor people, and they are working and they are benefit on it. But today, where are the tractors? If you people are a good journalist, follow those tractors, where are they?
I know some tractors where I was in Buyam last time and they were parked around the hospital.
Follow all the tractors, I mean. Omar Wali, you have seen. It's on the eye.
Yeah, but what they are saying that is because of a commission orders, and that's why they say they should bring all those things into one place, like the.
Under one place. Hope other tractors are not been out. Follow the thing. This is why I say journalists in the Gambia. Journalists in the Gambia, we are a layman today. We have no power. You people are our power. Be a mediator and a realistic man to make sure. Be in all sides, but don't be always at the ruling side.
Okay, Bakso, tell me, am I biased?
Yes, at times, I must say, because at times, if I see, yeah, okay, if I'm going to grade you, I can call you 60%. 60%? Yes.
Why 60%?
Yeah, because I've seen certain interviews you have done, and that has cleared, and your questions, I like those questions for them to be answered, and I have seen those answers. I can recall an interview with who? Is it Ahmad Ba or who? You have recently one of your interview about who?
I interviewed so many, so I can't remember exactly.
Yeah,
not long ago.
No, I'm not that. I have a government minister.
Henry Gomez?
Yeah,
yeah.
And is it fisheries or what?
Fisheries.
Yeah.
No,
Who? I have seen those things. Today, Omar Wali, let's borrow, sit down with the Gambian expert. His first appointees, 3/4 of them are not working. The first appointees, 3/4 of them are not working. Everybody is after their interests. And they want to make Barrow to fall down for their personal interest. Let him consult the young people. I always advocate. For me personally, even APRC come over, I'm not interested in position. But the young, as Omar Wali can sit down his office, where I will pay a plane to go and attend, and you can do it in your office within 5 minutes without money. So those young people need to come up in the government. Yaya Jammeh government, why is helping? He can appoint a young person, which he can get to the plane 500 times and come down without with energy. But today, an old man like you, step 1, 2, and 3, can it process? The country cannot be forward.
Okay, now if Barrow offers you a job, will you take it?
No, personally, I have a condition in my line.
What are those conditions?
Like 22 years, I'm with the people.
No, Baxo, just go to the point. If they offer you, no, if they offer you a job to contribute your quota to national development.
No, for me personally, right now, I cannot contribute in my quotas because my people are crying. And they told me those people are not Gambian. That's why they are treated. If that is okay, even if he didn't call, I will go for him and say that I need a job and I will.
Who are the people crying and why are they crying?
Because they told me, like, people like, if you talk about Sabali, you know, by now, Sabali would not be around in this country without a job because he has the know-how, he can deliver. And Bill, I can tell you, for Sabali, he is the one of a cleanest civil servant which I know in this country. Because if Sabali is not clean, whatever investigation, 3 months they are investigating Sabali, even a dime, from Central Bank, Minister of Finance, Secretary General, anywhere, you never see a dime from Sabali has done. I am telling you, that's why I respect the particular part. And he has the know-how. By now, if Sabali is in the system, by now the economy has been floated and the development started because he's a boy of smartness.
Okay, you talk about investigation. You're talking about, are you mean by the Jana Commission?
No, not Jana Commissioner. The first time he has a problem, they arrest him. All investigators, they have done all investigation up to Russia. They don't see a time which Sabali has done it. All until I had the plane time is delayed, the standard. So,
okay,
Sabali, yeah, let Gambian know that these people, most of them which people are saying, they are very clean and clear. Let Barrow government focus on those people. But you work with Yahya Jammeh, if you want to appoint, you see so-called people talking about, we fought for the Democrats, we fought for people to, and why they cannot deliver? So people are here. I am telling you, the young people are here. They are energetic. They can deliver. They can do the work. And they can salvage the country. Billahi, wallahi, I can swear. Omar Wale, what I know Sabali, if people know Sabali, Barrow would call Sabali and say, Sabali, what can you advise me? What we want, we can develop this country? Billah Wallah is an expert, he's very clear. Go to Central Bank, how many years?
Okay, back so now, tell me. Now you resign from the positions. What next for you? What are you doing now?
I'm a citizen politician. I'm part of a Congress committee, which we are going to have our Congress on the 26th, come at ASP. From Brikama, everywhere is going to be jam-packed with APRC.
So what message do you have for APRC people?
The APRC people, for them to stick by what they are. Let them respect the APRC. APRC is coming, and let people be aware. We are coming in a big way by the grace of the Almighty Allah. Babili never disturb any Gambian here. If it is 100, maybe people might say that yes, it's 5 and 2. Babili, I have seen a lot of lists been given to him. He never asked whether they are father and mother and so forth. He just said, okay, give them the scholarship. So I like those type of people. Yes, I am very much happy, Omar Wali. You come to Padibunka Bantaba, Film Master General Bantaba, to interview me. But I am very much happy about you, particularly. But your boss, Fat Kamara, let him king system.
What did he do?
Let her king. Let him not look at his interests. Let him tell the Gambian people the reality. Yes, so tell him that. So that Jammeh is not the enemy of anybody in this country. As even now, you have heard the audio. Always Jammeh call. He advised Gambia is more bigger than Jammeh and anybody. Let them not be part, or let APRC be part of any violence in this country. Billahi wallahi tallahi. Mune, when time come, if he is going to be president or coming to Gambia or yalla, long warek more happen. And he believes in God. And he is not a violent maker as far as this country is concerned. But we have seen. I have one APRC